Morning, everyone. I hope everybody's day is going great. I know mine is, no matter what. And my families, my brothers and sisters, who are part of my family. That includes my DM. Well, I'm on here. Well, to say, I'm still here. And, we're still laughing because you keep sending things, but it's not touching me. And I'm not getting the after effect either. You know how it didn't touch me in the first place, but I got effects from it, to let me know. But that's not happening anymore. I get how you're doing things another way. Most of you are, caught and just about to be caught. But I was told to come on and to say, you won't be ready. Because you're going way too far now. You did, but now it's getting really annoying. And what I'm about to say, what I was told, I said what I said. And in here, what I'm about to say is you were told to stay away from my family and me. It was one thing that, before, when I was going through something, but I was actually, you guys were setting yourselves up while I was down, but I didn't know until after, whatever. I'm not even going to go through that because I already did in my other video. But somehow you got into my phone, that I had to change. And, you got my list and whatever. And you're trying to get into other ones I know's account. Well, I keep telling you that is the biggest mistake you ever did. Other than what you're doing constantly. I told you to leave my family alone. If I don't friggin' know you, either do they. I told you that my team, bodyguards, that, now they know, but they didn't even know about them. Okay? They monitor our phones. They monitor the computer. Whatever. They know exactly. And it's not only them. It's certain ones that they hired, they got to do that, to catch Every single one of you. No, I'm not giving them away. Because, you know, what you all did, I would think you would have thought that, you know, I would have gotten them to do that. This way it wouldn't happen again. And then I had to change all my phone numbers and blah, 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 or whatever. And I thought you thought I was stupid. Well, apparently, if you didn't think of that, then who's being stupid? Anyway, I wanted to say, you see, I'm God's baby, okay? And they wanted me to bring this up, which till this day I still didn't know what that conversation was about. So I don't know. But they're laughing. So they know. And, you know, if I wasn't told then, I'm not going to ask what this conversation was. But anyway, with all of us, you know, my family, and, you know, others, because everyone is God's children. But I'm speaking about us at the moment. God's not going to let anything happen or to anyone. You know, He won't let anything or anyone harm us. And as I said, I am His baby. And He will say or do anything to stop anyone in their tracks. They wanted me to mention this. One time, and this is, they didn't tell me, but this is when I sort of figured out that my dad hired, you know, bodyguards and stuff like that. But anyway, my dad was out of town. And whoever was there, you know, the men, took charge when he wasn't there. And I had a date this one time. So, and, you know, my brother was like, he was one of them. He just got back from Italy. He stayed out there for a while. And like the rest of, you know, my team, he spoke broken English. Anyway, so whenever he went away, everyone stepped in, and, you know, if I had a date or anyone else, they stepped in and asked questions. While I was getting ready, they said whatever, and I came out, and we were supposed to go to the movies. Well, the whole time driving there, he kept asking, how well do you believe in God? Do I know a lot of people? And then he said, do you know where your aunt is? And then he said, what what kind of statues do you have? And I like answered him, and we got to the movies, and it was in the middle of the movie, and he said, let's leave. I don't want to be a second late getting you back home for the curfew. I was like, okay. And the whole time we were in the movies, he was looking around. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, the whole time. Well, after all that, when we got into the car, he did bring me back. And while we were driving, I asked him, I said, what's wrong with you? And what are you talking about? The only thing he asked, he said, nothing's wrong. Except he said, are you Italian? I was like, well, what does that have anything to do with it? I said, yeah, I am. I'm like, didn't you realize that, with the ones that you met had accents? And that's all he said. And that's all I said. He was quiet the rest of the way. I get back home. And they were like, wow, I didn't think the movie was over that early. I was like, what was said? And I was like, he kept looking around and kept asking me weird questions. Especially this one. He was like, do you have anything stuffed in your basement? I'm like, I didn't know what in the world he was talking about. Except I was happy that I was home. And I said, what was said? All they said was, don't worry about it. That person wasn't any good. But whatever was said that day, that's how you protect your children. Or anybody. And that's how God protects us. In any way, shape, or form. Like I said in my other video, you're not supposed to harm people, and etc. We're supposed to come together as one to protect anyone from harm or whatever. And, don't ask, I don't know what was said, but apparently that person didn't have any good intentions. You know, the second thing that they want me to bring up, and just as I thought, there's a person, and I kind of know who it is. They're not telling me at the moment, but I think I figured it out. They know, my team. You follow all of us. And I know you saw my video about the clues. I said I'm giving more clues. I just put that video up, I think yesterday. I can't remember. Now I'm going to say, by you thinking and doing throat chakra, doing magic, to have us cough or, get like a tickle or something or whatever, you're wrong. You better think again. I'm being told if any of you, are stalking or whatever with others or us, and especially if others are around and if they saw my video about that, clue, and you're doing magic on whoever anyone's talking to, this way, others can think, when they're coughing or whatever. That's all I'm going to give with that. To make people think, oh, wow, they're doing magic. God said, think again. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's not going to work like the clues that I gave. It only works on the ones who are doing the magic and doing harm on others. So you need to rethink and doing something like that. But either way, the list is getting longer, and it will be you or these groups who will be coughing, and everyone will know it. This isn't, some cough, normal cough, or the other thing that, I mentioned where, you look around. No. This is, I'm told, something that is really noticeable in the difference of it. And everyone will notice the difference. Especially the thing, the other one, where you keep looking behind or around you. And I know that you tried that with a few of us ones who tell the truth. I'm also told, don't you think that, because I follow this person, I happen to follow them. I just recently followed them again. Don't you think that I wouldn't know that it's not them who's requesting to follow me? See, I follow them. So if they want to follow me, they will. And it automatically goes through. So all the BS of, all that is trying to do that, and, whatever, it's not going to work. It's all going back to all of you. Like, going back to all of you. But worse than what you thought. And like I said before, all will be examples to others in what not to do. And you will know and understand what warnings we were giving to help you. It's not our fault you refused it. So now, as we all told you, we're not allowed. And if you try to force anything or force, your way to be near us, it won't happen either. Just saying it again. And all these blockages and, delays and whatever else. I don't need to go down the list. You all know what you were doing and still trying to do, but can't get the hint or the clue that it's going back to you. Again, it's not our fault. It's yours. You did it to yourself. But anyway, all the blockages and etc. It's all going back to you. Not on us, not our DMs or DFs. It's not happening. God chose our DMs and DFs. No one can stop that. Not even if you tried. But you don't understand that. You're only making it worse for yourselves. And that doesn't, it's not only for, that you're doing it magic or trying to, hack into things or change things. Yeah, you tried it again. I'm I don't know which one. Well, I do, but, I'm not going to mention just yet. But whoever tried that BS again, I'm not going to lose my home. Okay? So, that one, and you didn't get it taken off or whatever, because it shouldn't have been there in the first place. We don't know anything. And for our DMs and DFs, it's none of your effing business. And yes, I had permission from God to say that because they're all saying it. Okay? When we, the ones that God chose for us, which, we protect each other. And it's none of your business. But if we want others to know, we will say it. So, you were all warned. I don't know how many times. I'm not warning anymore. You were supposed to do whatever it was by the 7th and the 18th. Nothing was done except, more phone calls, more texts, more, trying to get into accounts. Everything is tripled. Probably more. See, I'm not the only one that gets the notifications that somebody's trying to hack. The police department gets it. The security thing, whatever it's called, I don't know. They put it all on, but they get it. Etc., etc. So other than what God is going to do to all of you, other than put you in prison, but remember, you might have came together as a group, but it depends on what you did, how long, and whatever. You'll be booked individual. But other than that, I'll get, the list of everything you've done, your names, whatever. I'll just look it over. But it depends. I mean, I know a few. You'll be hearing what I have to say to you. But other than that, don't think that I'm going to, listen to the crocodile tears. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm into God now. Oh, I changed. Oh, I did this. Oh, I am so sorry. I should have listened. Yeah, you should have. But, again, it's not my fault. Again, I don't know you. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't care about anybody. Even if I don't know you. I'll be glad to talk to, any stranger or whatever. But you disrespected me. You sent death spells to get rid of me, like you got rid of some people. But that's none of my business. Because magic actually, does harm. But, it's not up to me to, tell all the secrets or who, you murdered or what you did to others or whatever. That's none of my business. Truthfully, I really don't care. I only go by what I'm told. And like I said, it's not personal. I don't know what they're talking about, who it's for. And again, all of us say, don't make it fit. Oh, okay. Also, they're saying if you heard about it or seems familiar or blah, 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 whatever, and you're thinking, well, is it me? No, it's not. That means that you heard it from someone else, that it's happening to them. And that's why you know about it. That's why it seems so familiar. And that's how people think that it's them. It's for them. It could be for people around you. And like we all said, if you know what's going on, you're not involved. You never, say anything. You just go directly to the authorities and just make the list longer. Like we all said, and I said it in every single video. Wait a minute. Wow. I got the hiccups again. And anyway, and yes, you're doing something to my throat chakra too. Other than I ate something that, well, a little too much of it, and I shouldn't have, so. Anyway, too many people, involve themselves in, messages that really don't belong to it. Like I said, there's a clue, and it depends. If you hear something that maybe you mentioned or whatever, listen to what's around that to get your clue. When we get messages, we say things to blend, because they're giving us messages of, I'll just say, millions of people. So we don't know who it belongs to. we're just here to give out messages, help people, and, you know, if the messages happen to be what we went through, we'll explain, whatever. But I will say, when you came up against me and started playing with my family, because, you think life is, a game, you're going to find out that, it's not a game, it's reality. And things actually do happen. And it's going to be a lot more tacked on, more than what you thought. And how much you need to pay back. I'm not going to get into that. But you guys know exactly what you've tried to do and did way before, or while. It's not going to happen because, like I said, you messed with the wrong person. And no, don't think I'm going to get revenge. I don't do crap like that. I'm not you. And you're not me or any of us. You can only be yourself. So figure out who that yourself is and be that. Instead of playing a game or pretending, you're this, I don't know, whoever in a movie or a TV show, and trying to be someone else. And I explained that one too in my other video. It's one thing of, being a character or whatever it is in movies or TV shows, whatever you are. But once that's all done, you could come out and be yourself. Not 24/7. You're acting brave behind and, in secret and all that. You're hiding, you're pretending to be strong, or, you're this big famous magician and whatever. Yeah, like I said, everyone has gifts. You have to find them and do good with them. Well, instead of wasting all this time and your energy of coming after me and whoever else, you should have took the time to help yourself. Took the time in protecting your family. Instead of acting on impulse of jealousy or whatever. Which is stupid. Well, you kept the curse or whatever it is on the bloodline, but, You just made it worse for you, your husband, or whoever, your children, which I'll only prey on the innocent children that didn't get involved in this charade of, you teaching them how to do dark magic. That's up to God. But you ruined your bloodline. Whoever joined the groups, and it's none of our fault. It's all yours. And whoever else. You were warned about that. I told you years ago. So, again. But anyway, I'll get it. I have to go get something. And speaking, for, our collective, for our family, our DMs, our DFs, we are the winners. You could have been, but now you're not. Because of the path you chose, and you're trying to make us choose that path. It's not going to happen. And if you didn't understand my other videos, I'm here to spread love and peace around, and I mean around the world. Matter what. And like I said, if you don't like me, you don't think that I'm telling the truth, I don't get messages from Spirit, especially from God, then I don't care. If you want to watch, that's fine. I don't care. Maybe, like I said in my other video, it will help you. Don't know. I can't stop anybody from watching or listening or whatever. So, I will never stop anybody, I mean, if I don't like somebody or not, I like everybody. But if I don't like what they're doing or what they said, it's like, duh. Okay, click off of it. But, I wouldn't say anything. For what? To be mean? No. I don't know how to do that. Oh, I don't know. Well, I could be mean, I guess, with the help of Spirit. They're teaching me when and, the right time to do it. But I don't know. I'm not here to harm anybody. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what nationality, what color, whatever. I you know, you like me, you like me. You don't, oh well. I'm not going to go sit in the corner and cry because nobody likes me. Whatever. I'm just here to, I don't know, do something that I love to do. Get messages out. If it helps somebody, yay. It don't? Okay, maybe one of the videos will. I don't know. But I'm not going to go and do revenge. Oh, let me do magic because that person didn't like me. I got to do magic to bring them closer and like me or date me. No. I do things with, by doing natural. Natural. God knows who He chose for me. It will be natural, naturally brought to me, not by magic. You take day by day. I have something, and I explained this in my other videos. If something doesn't seem right or whatever, that you're doing your work, well, you're focusing too much. You need to walk away, come back, and then start it again. Or you need a break. Go do something else in the meantime, and then come back. I keep saying this. This lifetime, you're only here till, it's time to, go wherever God sends you. Instead of wasting energy trying to get rid of people, thinking that you're going to get everything. And I told you, more people follow you, everyone's going to think that, money is evil or whatever. Yeah, doing it your way, it is. Yeah, I have to admit, everyone needs money. This way they can pay their bills. But you also, do work for you to get money. Not sit back, be, I don't know. To get something, you need to work for it. That's with anything. In a job. Or if you want, I don't know what it is about these bags. I don't know, handbags or whatever. Work for it. This way you can get it. Instead of, buying all kinds of crap that you don't actually need or whatever. You could be, I don't know, saving it, paying your bills first, making sure that your kids, if you have kids, especially if you have to go check the paycheck or whatever, or let's say you have to, choose, okay, what bill is going to be paid today and still have something, for your children or whatever. Whatever your situation is, there's always a way to make it better. Always. Especially if you take the time to, speak to spirit or angels or, your ancestors or God. They will give you an answer one way or another to move you along. But anyway, this is long enough. Yeah, I'm getting it. Give me a second. Well, you could get it and get me. Come on. Anyway, everyone have a good evening or day, morning, whatever. Sending coffee or tea with some espresso to get your day started. And take the time. Watch a movie with your kids, or, it depends what time it is. I don't know. Help them with their homework, or watch a movie, or get them ready for bed. This way you can get up in the morning to get them to school, or you have to take care of them. But whatever. And just, oh yeah, okay. And remember, you see, if you have kids and you're doing all this magic and all that, sending the entities to me, you know what you, called on. But like I said in my other videos, it's all going back to all of you. Do you know what you're doing if you have your kids? If you have kids, do you know what you're doing? Especially if they have the gift, seeing or, have that feeling that something is in the home. Do you know what you're doing to your children or child or whatever? Whoever lives there. Do you know what you're doing? But apparently not. I mean, I hope you explain to them instead of them, trying to figure out things by themselves. And don't lie about it. But you didn't think about that. But you were warned about it. You were told about it. But anyway, enjoy your coffee or iced coffee with espresso. Whatever you drink. I need my espresso, so that's why I keep saying that. Everyone have a lovely day. night, evening, morning, whatever. And I send out lots of love and peace. Ciao.